Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem. The problem name is number of music playlists and the problem number is 920. Alright guys, so first of all what we are going to do? We are going to clearly understand the problem statement. After understanding the problem statement, then we will move to the logic part. And in the logic part, we are going to see how we can solve this problem. What is the logic we are going to use to solve this problem? So after understanding the logic part, then only we will move to the implementation part. And in the implementation part, we are going to implement our logic in Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language. Fine, guys. And guys, if you want to have a look on the solution, which I'm going to write in this video for Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language, I will share the link in the description. You can go through that particular link and you can find all the solution, right? Fine, guys. Now let's see what this problem says. So let's understand the problem statement. All right. So problem says your music player contain n different song. Okay, you want to listen to goal song, not necessarily different during your trip. So guys, first of all, we are given first input that is nothing but n, right? N is nothing but we can say integer. So that tells us that my music player contain how many song, right? N song, right? Fine. Second input is nothing but we can say goal, that is also integer, and that tells us that how many song I want to listen. I hope it makes sense. So goal tells us that how many song I want to listen, and n tells us that how many song is present. Simple thing. If in simple what you want to understand, n means how many song is available for me and how many song I want to listen. That is goal, right? To avoid a boredom, you will create a playlist so that every song is played at least one. So now I want to create a playlist, right? Simple thing. I want to create a playlist such that the first condition is nothing but every song is played at least one. That means nothing but this n song should come in my playlist. Simple word, right? N song definitely should come in my playlist, right? Second condition is nothing but a song can be played again only if k other song have been played. Now guys, a song can be played again if k other song have been played. That means nothing but simple, guys. If let's say I have some song 1 2 3 4 5, let's say these are the song numbers. So I have put 1, I have put 2, I have put 3. Now I can put again a 1, right? If my given input k is have a less than 2 distance, right? So that means nothing but one more input we need k, that is also integer. That will tell us that the repetitive song distance, right? You can repeat one song if your k allow us, right? If k says I am is equal to 2, right? That means nothing but you can repeat a old song at a distance of 2. So you can see I can put one again here because I know I have put two different song in between of that. But if k was 4, then I can't put one here. I have to put 4 and 5 only. Why? Because if I put one here, then it will not satisfy this condition, because k should old song can be repeat at a distance of 4, right? At a distance of 4 means at max at least there should be 4 different song between an old song, right? I hope it makes sense. So that was the condition. So I have to create a playlist where each song should be included in that particular playlist. And second condition, you cannot put a old song in the less distance of k, right? You can only repeat an old song if k other song can only be placed in between of that, right? Fine. Now the third condition, there is no third condition. Now what we need to do actually in this problem, let's see that part. So guys, given n, goal and k, right? So as we have seen, we have given n input, goal input, and k input. Return the number of possible playlists that you can create. Since the answer can be very large, return in modulo 10 is 9 plus 7. So guys, now the simple thing, no, I don't need to find a playlist, I need to find total number of playlists. Again, I'm repeating this, focus on this line. I need to find just the total number of playlists, right? Total number of playlists. Total number of different playlists, right? Total number of different playlists. Fine. So I need to find total number of different playlists I can create, right? And from this particular we can say condition. First, each song means every song should be come in my playlist. Second is a song can be played again if k other song can be played. So these two conditions keeping in mind, I have to create a playlist and I have to return total number of possible playlists I can create. Fine, that makes sense, right? So we have understood the problem statement. Let's understand this problem statement detail with example 1 and 2 and 3, right? So first example says n is equal to 3, goal is equal to 3, and k is equal to 1. It's fine. So I hope now you understood n is nothing but what? The total number of song I have is 3, right? So there are 3 songs available for me. Goal, I need to create a playlist of 3 songs only. K is equal to 1. That means nothing but you can repeat a song when k song means one song has already been come, right? A new or different song has already been come, right? But see guys, if you focus over here, I need to create a playlist of 3 length, right? Because I have one, my goal is 3, right? I need to create a playlist of 3 length. Fine. And second is I have a 3 song available, right? I have 3 song available. So now if you focus a little more and if you think about this, there is no need of repeating song, right? Because first condition says Each song should be come right in a playlist, right? Every song should be present in my playlist. So if every song can be present in my playlist if and only if I put all the song in my playlist, right? Because n is 3 and goal is 3, that means I should not repeat any we can say old song. If I started repeating old song, then definitely one song will left in my playlist, right? So what I can say I can put one. So let's say the number 1, 2 and 3. There are three songs. These are the number of song 1, 2 and 3, right? So now we have understood that these are three songs I have to add in my playlist. So how can I add? So you can see there is one possible. First of all, you have one, then you add two, then you add three, then second possibility is one, then you add directly three, then two. Third possibility is next one. You have one, not one. You can say two. First of all, you have added two, then one, then three, then two, then three, and then one. Then we can say two, no two. You can put three, one, and two, and three, two, and one. So these are the six possible ways we can say we can create a playlist where you can see all have a different number of structure of playlist, right? First of all, one is going to play, then two, and then three, and here it's different, here it's different. So you can see, guys, we have six possible way to create a playlist. So we are going to return answers here. Remember, I am again telling I just need to return the count. I don't need to return the complete structure of my playlist, that first which song will play, then which song will play. No, just you need to return the count of the playlist. I hope it makes sense now. Right, I have already told little much here. Now let's see the second example, right? So in the second example, we have n is equal to 2, goal is 3, and k is 0. So now here the repetition come. So n is equal to 2 means that what we have a two song available, right? But goal is 3. That means I need to create a playlist of 3 land. Then definitely you need to repeat at least one song, right? Fine. And k is nothing but we can say not 1, it's 0, right? That means you can in order to add an old song, you don't need to see any other song, right? You can directly add an old song in the place of just simple word. If I just have to say simple word, you can if you want to add an old song, then you can add an old song anyway, right? Because the case 0, that means you don't need to see the distance, right? Instead of adding a song, means if you're adding an old song, then there's no dependency on the other song as well. So if you'll understand better, if I just make a little more here. So guys, n is 2. Let's say the number of songs is 1 and 2. Fine. Now goal is 3, means I want to create a playlist of 3 length, right? First length, second, and 3. Fine. Now how many possible way I can create a playlist, right? See, first of all, I can put one. Then I want to put, I can put one again. It doesn't make sense, right? It makes sense. Not only does it, it makes sense. I can put one again here, right? And I can put two as well. Why I can put one again here? Because k is 0. So there is no restriction of adding an old song with that particular distance. I can add an old song with 0 distance, right? So earlier I have added one, again I can add one because k is 0. I can add 2 as well, right? So there's no particular thing, right? But I cannot add 3 because 3 song is not available. So what I can do, guys, here I can say add one, and 2. It makes sense, right? So I've added a 2 song, 1 and then 2. I can do like as well 1 2. It makes sense, right? Then I can do a same thing as well here, 2 1 1, 2 2 1, and there's a lot of possibilities, 1 2 1 as well, 2 1 2 as well. So you can see, guys, there are 6 different possibilities we can create our playlist, right? Where all song is getting repeated once, right? All song is repeated once doesn't make sense, but you can see every playlist have only two songs, right? 1 and 2, right? And we have repeated a song as per the condition because k was 0, so we can add a song instantly after adding a older song, right? So fine, that makes sense. You can see output as well 6. So we have added a 6. We have created a 6 different playlists: 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Fine. Now let's see the third example where n is 2, goal is 3, and case 1. I'm just repeating all this example. I'm just telling all this because this problem is a hard level problem. It may take a time to understand, right? Maybe you could not understood with the first and second example, but you may understand with the third example. So n is again a 2, goal is 3, goal is 3, and k is 1. So what I can do, I can say, guys, okay, fine. I have to create again. I have song available 1 and 2. I have to create a playlist of 3 length. I have to add 3 song in my playlist. But case this time is 1. That means we can add an older song if there's a different song come in between. There's one different song come in between of them, right? Fine. So let's say I have added one in starting. Then second song I cannot put one again because at least there should be one unit of distance, right? So I can add two only. Then I can add one, right? It makes sense. I can add two here. Why I cannot add two? Because distance will be zero now, but k is one, right? So I can say I can add only one because now for adding a one, distance is already one, right? There is a one. We can say different song is available, so I can add repeated because old song. So 1 to 1 is the another possibility. Second possibility is nothing but 2 1 2, right? And you can find there's no other possibilities. You cannot add any. You cannot create any playlist with any another order, right? You can see this makes sense. So these are the only two possible way. So we can say these are two only possible way to create a playlist with the given conditions k is equal to 1, right? So now let's see the output. Output is also going to be 2, right? We have already seen this. You can see output is 2. So this makes sense, guys. We have already understood the problem in detail. Now let's move to the logic part and let's see how we can implement. Let's see how we can say write the code to solve this particular problem, right? So let's see the logic how we can solve this problem. So its logic is going to be really easy. The first way, nothing what you can see, this is a dynamic programming problem. But if you not understand, let's give it a name is recursion, right? So how this is going to work? Let's just solve a first example. N is equal to 3, goal is equal to 3, and k was nothing but 1. So what we are going to do, we are going to say, fine, this is nothing but my total number of song I need in my playlist. So let's say 3, because code is 3. A total number of song is available for me, that is also 3. Fine. So we are just making a map of this 3, right, and 3. Fine, this makes sense, right? So what we can do now, we can simply say I can take one song. So if I take a one song, total number of song which should be added now in my playlist should be 2, because I have already added one song in my playlist, right? And if I if I took a new song, then total number of song is available also 2, because song is also going to decrease. So here let's say I have taken a first song. So if 1 2 3 are the song, right? Fine. And here again, if I take a second song, then also this will remain same. If I take a third song, this will also remain same, right? Now, see guys, if I've taken a first song, that means nothing but I have already have this playlist made where just two are unknown, but first is fixed, which is nothing but one. If I take a two, then this is going to be the structure. If I take three, this is going to be a structure, right? Fine. So now what we are going to do, we are going to say fine. If I have now this makes sense. Now we have to make a playlist of two length where two songs are available, right? Fine. So I can say fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say I can take second song or third song, right? So if I take a second song, then one song is left, one song is left, one song is left, one song is, and same goes for here 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1. Same goes for here 1 comma 1. Just try to understand here. Don't think that I'm not getting. So should I? What should I do? Forget about this. Just first of all, let me give a conclusion of this. Then you can have a better understanding, right? So each possibilities. It has taken two song, second number of song. So it has a choice of 1 and 3. So let's say 1 and 3 here. Test 3. So 1 and 2 is there, right? So this nothing but this tell us that the structure, right? So let's take a last thing. If you have one song available and you want to add one song in a playlist, so you can take that particular song and you can say 0 comma 0. Same goes here 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 0 comma 0. Now let's give it a name. So it has already taken one and two song. It can only take three song. It can take a one, three, and it can only take a two song. Right. It can take a one song as well because K was one. Right. It can repeat a old song as well. So it can take a one song as well. But why I'm not taking a one song here? If I take a one song, then you can see this one will not decrease. This one will remain same because we haven't taken a new song. We have taken an old song. So if I take an old song, then you can see what I'm getting. I'm getting say I have already added all the song, three song in my playlist. That's why it is 0. But there is one song left that does not satisfy our first condition, where we say every song should be included in my playlist. So I cannot take old song here. I need to take second song only. That's why I will get here 0 comma 0. Here also I can take 3. Here I can take 1. Here I can take 2. Here I can take 1. Fine. So this makes sense, right? I hope it makes sense. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say guys, see the possibilities. First 1, 2 and 3, 1, 3 and 2. So I'm getting a playlist first of all one order 1, 2, 3, then 1, 3, 2, then 2, 1, 3, then 2, 3, 1, then 3, 1, 2, then 3, 2, 1. So you can see I got all the playlists, right? It makes sense. So that means that what I can return this count. I hope it makes sense. So it was a simple problem, right? So you have seen the recursion tree. So what I have done, I can say I have taken all the possibilities. I can take first song as well, second song as well, third song as well as the first place. Fine. Then I move to the next level. So if now I have only two song left, where and two song is available for me in my playlist. So what I'm gonna say take two song, take either second song or third song. If you're taking second song, that means you have left with one song to add in your playlist and one song is available. So take that song and then you will add 0 comma 0, right? So see guys, I don't need to return 1 comma 2 comma 3. I just need to return the count of this. I hope it makes sense, right? Now let's see the second example, and let's skip second. Let's take a third only, because if I start a second and third are similar, just difference of k, right? 0 and 1. So what I'm going to say, n is 2. So let's go here. N is 2 and goal is 3. I know time is really long, right? But still you will understand easily, right? K is equal to 1. So now guys, I have to create a playlist of 3, right? Of 3 length, and number of song is available 2. and I have k is equal to 1. That means nothing but I can add also at the distance of k. Now here you can see I can take I have two songs available, right? So I can take either first song. So I can say I'm left first song means nothing but let's say here 1,2 is song available. So I can take first song. So I will get what I will get two songs left in my playlist. I need to add just two more songs because I have already added one song, that is one, and number of song is available one. Same goes here 2 comma 1. Here I have taken a second song, right? Fine, it makes sense. Now what I can do, I can say simply let me go here. So I have taken a one song, right? Now here what I can do, I cannot take a one song again, right? But I can take a second song, right? Because k was 1, so I cannot repeat this at a distance of 0. I need to take at least a one distance. So what I can say only uh, second song. If I take a second song, I am left with one song more to add in my playlist, but new song is 0. Same goes here. I cannot take a two song. I can take only one song. So 1 comma 0. So this tells us that you need to add one more song, right? You need to add one more song, and this 0 represents that there is no new song available, right? But you can see, guys, I can add old song because I have a distance 1. I can add one here. If I add one here, I can say 0 comma 0 now because I'm not decreasing a 0. Why I'm not decreasing a 0? Because I have not taken a new song. I have taken an old song, so I don't need to decrease 0, right? And same goes here. I can say I have taken a 2. So there's a two possible option: 1 2 1 or 2 1 2. And you can see on output as well. You will get same thing, right? 1 2 1 and 2 1 2. You can see here 2 1 2 and 1 2 1. Right. So this is nothing but a simple recursion tree. You have understood now the problem and the logic part in detail, right? But here we are not going to do with the recursion. Here we are going to go with the tabulation approach. So let me tell you that as well. And I believe, guys, after this you will have a better understanding of logic part and you can implement in your language without seeing the implementation part as well, right? So now let's see the tabulation approach. So guys, let me create an array, or let's say just name a DP. I created an array of DP, name DP, and here I and j. This is a 2D array. So I and j will tell us nothing but what I have to create a playlist of I song, I number of song, right? That means I have to add I song in my playlist with j different song. With j different song is nothing but simple. There should be j number of songs should be present, right? If j is 3, that means nothing but 1 2 and 3 should be present in your I playlist, right? I hope it makes sense. So this is nothing but going to be a matrix, and a particular cell will represent this, right? Now guys, let's see. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to say dp of I comma j. Now let's say you want to add there let's say, let's give it a name something. So n is nothing but let's say 6, or let's forget about this as well. So now guys, let's say you want to add a song, right? So what I mean by here is nothing but if you want to add a song, that could be a new and old song. You can add also old song and new song, right? Let's say if you want to add new song, so what you will do, you will say, okay, I'm going to add a new song. So dp of I minus 1, one song is going to decrease in my playlist. I hope it makes sense, right? One song is going to decrease in my playlist, and one new song is also going to decrease from the number of songs. So this tells us that you have taken a new song. You have taken a new song, right? You have taken a new song in your playlist. So if you add a new song in your playlist, definitely you don't need now I length of playlist. You need just I minus 1 length of playlist now because you have already added one song and you have taken a new song. So you are going to say j minus 1. Means nothing but I have taken a one song, right? So now j minus 1. But how many ways I can do this? So total number of song I have, right? So as I am adding a new song, so I am not to find total number of new song is available. How many total number of new song is available? That will be tell us I by n minus j minus 1. So this will tell us that how many new song is available, which I have not taken yet. So out of those possibilities, I'm going to add, I'm going to take each new song, right? And I will going to add in my playlist, and I will going to say reduce j minus 1. Fine. And there one more thing I can do. I can also add an old song, but there is a condition. If my j is greater than k, that means that what if j is greater than k, that means we are satisfied the second condition. There are we can say definitely requirement number of old song, we can say other song has been added at the distance of k. Now I can add a older song as well, right? So if I want to add an old song, then what I'll say, I will say if I add a old song, then definitely my length of playlist will go to decrease, right? Because I'm going to add a new song in my playlist, new song or old song, but I'm going to add a song, right? So definitely I will say I don't need require all the I song. I just need to require I minus 1 song, right? But J will remain same. Why? J is remain same because I have not taken a new song yet, right? I have just taken an old song. So J will gonna remain same, right? Total number of song is a new song is available, remains same, but I have taken an old song. So now I'm gonna multiply with how many old song we have, which we can put on that particular place. So that will be tell us by J minus K. Right, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. You are here j, right? And you can say case 2. Case 2, that means nothing but you cannot add this song as well. This repeat song at the place of 5. You cannot add 3 song also at the place of 5, but you can add 2 and 1, right? So you can see, guys, if this is the case, then this is going to tell us by j minus k. Means nothing but you have a 2 song, which you can add on this particular place. Alright, so we have seen this. If we want to add also, so we will add this into this if this condition is satisfied. Otherwise, we are going to go with this particular statement where we are going to add a new song. We are going to decrease the playlist length. We are going to decrease the number count by my one of the total number of new song, and also we are going to multiply by how many total number of new song we can add. Right. So guys, we have seen the two conditions. Simply, if we want to summarize it, so how we can summarize this one? The first thing in nothing but you can take a new song. So if you're going to take a new song, playlist will decrease. Total number of new song will going to decrease, and you're going to say how many new song we have right now. So we can put on that particular place. So this will tell us by n minus j minus 1. The second is if your j is greater than k, that means there is some song present which can be put. There's some older song present which can be put on that particular place, right? So that will be tell us by dp of I minus 1 j. This is nothing but you are gonna remove one playlist. You're gonna say I have wanna add one song in my playlist and j. Nothing but number of new song will remain same, and number of old song we have j minus k. We're gonna multiply with this, and we're gonna add this also in this particular solution. So now let's move to the implementation part, and let's see how we can implement this one, right? So I am first of all with the Python. Let's see how we can implement this logic. So what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say simply if first of all let's create an array dp array. So we are gonna say let me say 0 into what n plus 1 4 underscore we can say in right 4 underscore in range of 4. Fine. So what I mean by here, let me just tell you first of all here what I mean by here. So I just need to find a goal, right? I just need to find a goal which is nothing but dpo. So what we can say, our goal is going to be nothing but dpo goal and n. This goal tells us that total number of length of playlist should be, and n tells us that total number of new song we have, right? Fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just simply start a play. We can say loop for I in range of 1, 2, and goal plus 1. For j in range of we can say 1, 2, and plus 1. After adding after using this loop, I'm going to say if first of all I'm going to say dp of I and j is going to be nothing but what? This is going to be nothing but dp of I minus 1. I'm going to take a new song, right? Into I'm going to say how much new song we have, n minus j minus 1. Fine. But if j is also greater than k, that means there is some old song present which we can use on that particular place as well, right? dp of I and j plus equal to dp of I minus 1. Let me just say here dp of I minus 1 and j will remain same into how many old song have j minus k. Fine. And we can say, so what I've done, I don't know. Fine. What I can do, I can say, let me just make it little. Just give me a second, guys. Right. Fine. So I can say simply here. Let me just do this. So simple thing, guys. Right. I have taken an old song as well. If that is satisfying the condition. After this for loop, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say return dpo. We can say goal and n. Goal means nothing but total number of length of playlist, and in number total number of new song. See, guys, I can return this part, right? I can return this part, but I have to return in the modulus because number can be more than 10 is to 9 plus 7. So I'm going to say 10 is to 9 plus 7. Let's see whether it's working fine or not. And just a simple problem, right? Only 7 line of code. And we got an error in that as well. Why? Because dp of I minus 1 j minus 1, right? So we haven't take a goal plus 1, right? Simple thing. We have to say goal plus 1. Fine. Now let's see. Alright, so at least we did not get any error, but wrong output is there. Why? Because it's saying that output is 0, right? And why output is 0? Because we haven't initialized with 0, right? Output will always be 0 because dp of 0, 0 is going to be 1. Let's see now whether it's working fine or not. Fine, it makes sense. Let's see. You can see, guys, all the rest is passed. So let's try to submit this code. We have to definitely initialize with 0, 0 as a 1, right? I hope it makes sense. So you can see it successfully got submitted. Now let's move to the next programming language, which is C++. And this is just a for homework for you. Just try to find out why we have initialized 0, 0 with a 1, right? And just an interesting thing. If you will go to this particular part, just let me know in the comment. I will reply your comment as well, right? Fine. Now let's see if we can say, okay. So first of all, we need to create a matrix or dp vector. I'm gonna give a data type long here. I'll tell you why. Long dp is equal to, I'm going to say size is going to be goal plus 1 number of rows, and column size would be vector of long m plus 1, right? And by default value should be 0. And here I'm again saying dp of 0, 0 is equal to 1. And this is your homework. You have to find out why we have used dp 0, 0 is 1, right? Try to find out, right? It's an interesting one, right? After that, we are going to say I is equal to 1, I less than equal to, we can say goal plus 1 and I plus plus. For j is equal to int j is equal to 1, j less than equal to n plus 1, j plus plus. Right, here we can say if Note if first of all we are going to say dp of I comma j is equal to mean nothing but what it gonna be dp of I comma j is nothing but dp of I minus 1. We have taken a new song, so decrease number of new song as well, and also number of playlist we needed. Now after that we have to multiply how many new song we have, n minus j minus 1. These are the number of new song which we have right now, currently 5. And if our j is greater than k, that means it satisfies the second condition as well. We can put old song as well here. So first of all we are going to say dp of I and j plus, not plus, we can say dp of I and j plus, we can say what, we can say dp of I minus 1, j will remain same because we are not adding a new song, and multiply how many new old song we have, j minus k. Fine, we are going to say do mode as well. Fine, and here we can do it like this. So we have to define our mode as well, right? So we can say int mode is equal to 1e 9 plus 7, right? Fine, it makes sense. So we can do mode here as well, and we have done already there as well, right? So once this is done, then what we are going to do, we are going to say at the end return dp of mode and end. Simple thing. Fine. Now let's see whether this is working fine or no. I hope guys it should work, right? Let's see. But again we got an error, semicolon is not there. Why we haven't put semicolon? Let's see. Alright, so it's taking a time, and we got an error address. So this makes sense, guys, and this makes sense when we are using less than equal to but adding a 1 plus. I don't know why I'm doing this mistake. So let's see now then. Alright, so it should take no time now. You can see guys all the tests is passed. So let's try to submit this code. Simple thing guys, the error was we are using equal to symbol, but once we were adding gold plus 1, right? Fine. So you can see it successfully got submitted. Now let's try to move to the next programming language. Nothing but we can say Java. And in Java, what's first of all we are going to define a matrix. So we can say long dp is new long, and here we can pass gold plus 1 and plus 1. And we can say dp of 0 comma 0 is 1. If you are seeing again this video, I'm again telling you have to figure out this why we have used dp 001, and this is interesting. If you could not able to figure out, let me know in the comment. I will share that, right? Fine. Now what we can say, for int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to gold, I plus plus. For int j is equal to 1, j less than equal to n, j plus plus. And here we are going to say dp of I comma j. We are going to take first of all a new song. So we are taking new song, then I minus 1, j minus 1 into n minus j minus 1, right? And here we're going to divide by more. Fine. So we haven't defined a mode, so let's define a mode. Into mode is going to be nothing but we can say int 1e 9 plus 7, right? 10 so 9 plus 7. Fine. But one more thing guys, if our I j is greater than k, that means we can put all song here as well. So dp of I and j is going to be nothing but dp of I j plus dp of I minus 1 j. We are not decreasing a new song because we are taking old song here, into how many old song have, j minus k old song we have, and we are going to say more, right? Fine. After this what we are going to do, we are going to return dp of, so we can return dp of I and dp of j, not I and j, dp of gold and n, right? So this is nothing but we can say total number of length of playlist and total number of new song we have, right? And then we can do typecasting. Let's see whether it's working fine or not, and I hope guys it should work. Let's see. And you can see guys it successfully got submitted. Now let's successfully got pass all the test case. Now let's have to submit this code as well, and I hope guys it will also gonna pass all the test case. Let's see. You can see guys it now got accepted. So let's move to the last programming language now, which is nothing but JavaScript. And there first of all we are gonna define a array, right? A 2D array, dp array. So how we can do this, we can do like this as well, right? New array of how much size, gold plus 1 size dot fill 0 dot, we can say map, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, after that we can say new array, and here we can pass nothing but what, we can pass n plus 1, and here we can say dot fill, which is nothing but 0. Fine. I hope it should be gonna make a dp matrix of n gold plus 1 rows, n plus 1 columns with the default value size 0. Fine. Once this is done, then what we are gonna do, we are gonna say fine. Now let's move to, first of all define a mode as well, right? Host mode is gonna be 1 e 9 plus 1. Fine. After this, what we are going to say, we are going to say for let I is equal to 0, not 0, I is 1, I less than equal to gold, I plus plus. Then for let j is equal to 1, j less than equal to n, j plus plus. and here we can find so dp of I and j is going to be what we are going to take first of all a new dp new song. So dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 into we can say j minus n minus 1 new song available, and we can do more, right? But if j is also greater than k, that means we can also take a old song. So we can find dp of I of j is going to be nothing but dp of I and j, right, plus dp of I minus 1, they will remain same because we are not adding a new song. And how many old song we have? J minus k old song we have. We are going to say more. And then what we can do? We can simply return dp of I, not I, goal. And goal tell us that how many length of song we need in a playlist, and n tell us that a number of new song we have. Now let's see whether it's working fine or not. And I hope guys it will also gonna work, right? Let's see. But not working. Let's see why. So we are getting a 0 0. Why? Because we are not initializing here. Again we have got this problem. And again, I'm here also I'm telling you, just try to figure out why we are doing this, right? I will share in the comment if you did not find out. Just let me know in the comment, guys, if you are not able to find figure out why we are adding initializing with 0 with a 0 0 cell, right? Fine. Now let's see what we go. dp of 0 0 is 1, when it's 1, right? So what else we have done here? See, guys, something we have missed here, right? So j minus 1, it makes sense, right? So what we are doing here is nothing but, so let's see, it's an interesting one. dp of 0 0 we have initialized it. Mode is this, we are moving from I1 to whole j1 to n, and at each we are saying dp of I comma j is going to be dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 into j minus n minus 1. This is fine, it's cool. And dp of I comma j is going to be dp of I minus 1, I and j we are going to add this previous one, plus dp of I minus 1, we have taken a new song in my playlist, j will remain same into j minus k. That also makes sense. And we are doing a mode, right? So mode is done by on this size, right? Fine. So it should work, right? Let's see again whether what the issue we are having. So again we are having this one, right? So let's see whether we have done some mistake over here or not. Console.log, I really have a fear with JavaScript. dp.size, dp.length, length, and dp of 0.length. So just I want to see whether size is fine or not. So guys, can you see any error over here? We just want to see. Size is fine, right? So 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4 should be work. So this is working fine. We don't need to care about this. And 0 comma 0 we are initializing with 1. That makes sense. Mode we have done 1e9 plus 7. We are moving I is equal to 1, I less than goal, I plus plus, j less than n, j plus plus. And dp of I comma j is going to be always dp of I minus 1, j minus 1 into j minus n minus 1, which is going to tell us that total number of says. And let's see the second output, right? Second is also 0, no. Second is also 0, right? So it's not taking in this. So it's not taking over here and it's not doing over there, right? So let's see what we have done here. Something we have missed here. Just give me a second, guys. So for let j is equal to 1, j less than n, j plus plus, j is fine. Something is missing over here only. Alright, so I minus 1. J is this, j minus 1, j plus 1. So guys, we have done goal of plus 1, fill 0, dot map. Let me see over there. So do we have something no here? Okay, so let's see console.log. Right. Just let me see whether we are getting something worse or not. So else we think everything is working fine, right? So we got our thing. I'm getting the minus 1, minus 0. Something miss I have done. So if g is greater than k, fine, is gonna work as it is. But here g minus this could make a sense, right? So the mistake is n minus j minus 1, right? Now let's see. Finally, it should pass all the rest case. So let's see. You can see all the rest case pass. So let's try to submit this code. Hopefully, finally, guys. I don't think so. You can see, guys, it's successfully got submitted. So we have done the implementation with Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language. I hope you understood the implementation part. If you have any kind of doubt, in the logic part, problem understanding part, implementation part, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you, right? And guys, don't forget to just tell me in the comment that why we have initialized with the 1, dp of 0, 0 is equal to 1. And that's all, guys. If you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.